Ooh, what's up, guys? Teddy with the Bearded Wealth Builder. Making some videos today. I'm excited. I've got some thoughts in mind, and I have been learning a couple of other things too. So, along the way, so just by happenstance, it turns out that a few months ago, I was traveling down the path, finding rabbit holes in the internet. Easy for me to do. I just want to know all the things that I can learn, right? So I've been seeing the different trains of thoughts using Etsy as a platform. So for those folks that I do know and don't know, I had actually, my wife and I started a print business, which we're still learning very much how to handle. However, so setting up different vendors through our business using that as a platform to create t-shirts, banners, signage, anything that you can print on, right? And it has been very successful in terms of literally a word of mouth type of thing. And I'm so grateful for the folks that have been able to create desired products for. And I definitely look forward to doing that more and more often. But however, COVID really changed that stuff up, and I love making things. Just whenever I get on the kick, I mean, even like today, just gonna try to bust out some videos, get them posted up. Um, when I become in the zone, very passionate, very driven behind it, dude, I love knocking stuff out. What can I say? So, anyways, traveling down this rabbit hole of the interwebs, I come across Etsy. Well, I've wanted to buy some things off of Etsy before and just hadn't done it, right? Um, and then finally I did, and then I was like, oh, you can actually create a shop on here. Well, what am I doing? What do I have laying around? So I started doing some wood projects for some folks around here, family, Christmas gifts, stuff like that. Did some wood burning projects too for a couple fundraising efforts with a Jeep group and then also a baseball group here locally, which is pretty awesome. And both of those drew some pretty good dollars in for those funds, which I think is awesome. So, traveling down this path, looking at Etsy, I was like, you know what? Let me set up a shop. So start getting into there, get everything set up, and then literally kind of forgot about it. Oop, excuse me. Dadgummit. I was getting a phone call. I don't know how this fixes the camera. Here we go. Maybe. Hey, there I am. That's fine. We'll make this a little bit better. I apologize about that, guys. I really need to figure out how to turn off this other phone. At any rate, so I had set up this shop, and I got a little bit of graphic design background, and me and my son were talking one day about him learning how to do graphic design with Illustrator and things of that nature. He's set up really well within our family as he's got his grandmother, who's a graphic design teacher at a Votech school, my or his uncle, graphic design. My one of my little brothers has a little bit of capability as well, and then also I do as well. So he's got many different avenues to explore how to learn. So we had made the conscious decision at the time to invest in getting the new subscription service through Adobe, which is, I don't know. I love subscription services if it adds more value to you, but I'm also so stuck in my old ways. Like, dude, if we bought, whatever version CS6 or whatnot, and it was good till you wanted to upgrade it, like I feel like that should be our choice versus pretty much paying the same amount throughout the year yearly for the same thing, right? I had no problem holding on to the same version for 5 years and finally upgrading, right? Which I've done that, and wow, there are so many new tools inside of there. I feel like I'm gonna have to relearn it, which is fine. Challenge accepted, yo. But so, anyways, dabble around with a couple designs, and I had noticed on Pinterest. And let me see if I could get this pulled up real quick. We're learning how to use this software, and we'll do this. Oh wait, hold on. Just kidding. We'll do this right here. Okay. Okay. So on Pinterest, you see all kinds of different stuff going on here. And I just typed in this subject of create wealth because I was curious if it's a topic that is kind of trending. Um, anyways, we can dig into that later. But check this out. So, graphic design and popular things too, with another area that I love to explore is creating t shirts. This is not one that I did, but I have cut vinyl to create custom t shirts for my kids and some, custom names for sporting shirts or attire, just all kinds of different stuff. And I had stumbled across this SVG file type, if you will, but just typed it in here to Pinterest, and you see all this stuff up here, right? And I know the first thing too, you can say, well, this market might be overcrowded already. There's so many creative people out here, et cetera, et cetera. Which is true. I mean, just like in screen printing, how many screen printers do you personally know? I'm sure many of you know two or three folks that have the capabilities, knowledge, or the setup and are actively screen printing, right? But there's always a market for it, right? There's always demand. And some of those folks in business will fail and it's acquired by somebody else who might be just as passionate, if not more, or consumed through another company. And I feel like it's the same thing for content around whatever, right? So if we just selected this, for example, I mean, how many renditions of designs have you seen around coffee? Obviously, there's a market for it, right? Well, to me, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, dude, I am missing a piece of the pie. Number one, if I don't try. Um, and number two, like I just needed to learn how to set up these different file types to create a package, right? So you go into Etsy, and I already have our shop kind of created, and it's still not fully set up, right? Um, at any rate, so I have posted a few items on here just for the sake of posting it and trying to learn what was going right. And I had created a couple of designs. So let me go here to listings. Excuse me. And well, maybe. So I posted this first, right? Something that I created, chalkboard, $100. Um, it has not sold. I've had it on here for a long time, and it just hasn't sold, right? And I think a lot of that is just lack of marketing, lack of staging a photo, which is kind of funny because I like to make things look good, and I just kind of slapped this posting together, right? So we're gonna fix this, right? And this is part of the deal too. Like I want to check in and use this as well down the line to see how things are working. But so getting back, so I created these two designs and did all the different file formats. I saw what was popular as far as a thumbnail photo. So listing the package together as an Illustrator file, a DXF file, PNG, and SVG, right? So you can use this to print. You can customize it any way that you want. And going back to that thinking that I was losing a piece of the pie, these are just words, right? And I know how to use this much of Illustrator or Photoshop or whatever, but it's just enough for me to get in trouble with and to create the things that I like. And this is something that I would like. This is something that I would like to see my kids wear, which I'm gonna go ahead and cut one of these days too, and we'll make a video out of that. But no matter, let's see here, discard changers. No matter how diluted the market is, my thought is let me post these on here and see what happens. Okay. So I did that, 20 cents, right? Created the store. It's 20 cents to post a listing on here. And literally last week, now months has gone by since I've done this. I think probably about 2 months. And kind of just lost interest, got squirreled, found something else to do. But last week I got an email that said, congratulations on your first sale. I was like, oh, what is this? So check it out. And it was actually this work hard, play harder design that I had done. My intentions behind this, like I said, was to design this, cut it out in vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, throw it on a shirt for my kids for like a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. And life has gotten in the way. I've been lazy, whatever you want. Still haven't done that, but I did create this file, posted it on here, and I posted it for $2, right? Now I can list each item. I think it was up to 600. Yeah, 600 right here. This one has not sold yet, so maybe it's not as cool of a design, right? But for whatever reason, made my first sell, and then not even 2 or 3 days later, I got another sell. I'm like, dude, what is going on here? So what I had done, let me see if I can pull this up. When I was in this, I also have a Pinterest. Whatever, you guys say what you want, but I like looking up different things, right? And getting creative ideas. I love seeing some DIY projects, stuff like that, right? So we're here at home, and I had done, actually, I think I need to come here. I had created a board. So this is my all pins board, and I just created this one, my word art. I'm going to do a test with that, but I had decided that, okay, well, let me check out. I'm on Pinterest already looking for inspiration as it is, right? I mean, I've already added a few things in here. Now it's very disorganized. For whatever reason, I need to get my life together as far as categories and things like that. So that's going to be something I'm challenging myself with. But I had posted and linked my Etsy page and the design right here to my Pinterest page. Now, I don't know for sure if all the traffic that I've been getting on Etsy has came from my Pinterest page. There is stats on here, and like I said, I've actually forgotten that I even set this stuff up, right? But I just made 2 sales, and there's these analytics, and it's showing me all these different items, right? Visits, total visits, and I'm thinking that this is today or the last 24 hours. Um, I've had a total of 2 items sold, and they're listed at $2 each, right? So really cool analytics here. I'm going to figure this out. Um, but hey, not bad for 20 cents for about 10 minutes of my time, between getting the design done, getting all the file formats done, making my file for it, uploading it to the website. I mean, there's so many steps, right? But 10 minutes of my time, I've just made $4 literally doing nothing else, right? So now I am sitting here seeing those sales come through. I've linked it to my Pinterest page in hopes maybe it'll draw some traffic. I don't know. And then why? And I'm also sitting here thinking to myself, why would I not make a board on my Pinterest of the things that I've A, actually made, B, actually have designed? What projects have I done? Stuff like that, right? And then just kind of link it to something else, right? So to me, I think some of the woodworking projects that I have, I'm not really selling those unless if I actually have something here to sell. So I wouldn't have a point of purchase, if you will, at the moment for something like that. Just one, I don't know how to do that, and two, I also don't want to invest a lot of my time creating all these custom products for folks right now. Just lack of time and availability to do something custom like that. But what I do want to do is create more digital assets, and this is my mode of thought thinking. So follow me here. Seeing all the stuff on the internet about creating passive income, yada yada yada, and I'm sitting here yesterday and today. I'm like, dude, I spent literally 10 minutes creating a design, posting it to Etsy, and and in fairness too, I did spend probably about an hour reading, what file formats are there, how do you even set this up in Etsy, how do you, whatever, just all that stuff, right? So let's just say an hour and 20 minutes, when you break it down like that. Well, now I have that knowledge, and maybe I'll make a video about that too if this is something that you might be interested in. But my mode of thought is this would be a truly passive income stream, right? So now my thought is, okay, let me bust out some more designs or find the ones that I already have done. And if I need to create the other file types, let me do that. Package those together. Let's get them uploaded to Etsy. And all this new adventure portions that I'm taking, YouTube channel. I still use Pinterest, whatever. Um, I forgot about Etsy altogether and been surprised, like, dude, I made money and I didn't do anything other than those first steps, right? Um, I'm figuring out Twitter. I used to have a Twitter a long time ago, created a new one. So, and then some of the other areas that I've been learning, like you literally can link all this stuff together to help drive traffic to one of your other file formats, right? So right now I'm challenging myself, and maybe this is something that you can do too, is what are the things that you're already using? Well, for me, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I use the internet. Duh. I mean, we have to have it for the kids' school. Used to when I was working, I'd have to have availability to be able to get on and check the things that I need to check or reply back to emails. Now, technically, I personally don't need it, but I use it every day, right? Or we're streaming TV, where I'm watching a ton of different content, whether it be on YouTube or just whatever on my computer all day, every day, pretty much it seems like. And my kids, I mean, they're learning from different things as well. So I'm like, okay, well, we already have this. What else do I already have? Well, I already have a Facebook. I already have a Pinterest. Apparently, I already have an Etsy shop. And I did create my Twitter a little while ago. So I was like, okay, well, how can I get back into this and streamline these things together and create traffic to each portion of that, right? Maybe I could post something on Pinterest and it'll show my link to the YouTube page, or Pinterest to Etsy, or Etsy to Pinterest, all these different things. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Like I want to learn how to do this and make it streamlined and effective. But the biggest goal of this is I want to spend zero freaking dollars. Okay, zero. I'm broke, dude. That's all there is to it. So $4, I mean, off of a $20 investment per listing item. So for the 2 digital assets that I've made, I've got 40 cents wrapped up in it, and I've made $4. I think that's a huge win, right? Like solid return on investment. And then by the way, I said you can list 600 items of that before you have to like renew that listing. So for 20 cents, if I sold all 600 of those, do the math. And I literally only had to set it up once. So that is the realm of passive income, right? Now, I literally don't know what I'm doing, right? Well, I just a little bit of here and there putting some things together. So I was wanting to create this to show you, like, dude, I literally forgot about this page. Um, I want to drive traffic not only to my YouTube channel, but why can I not share my creative ideas? Number one, and what I like about other people's stuff, right? That should help draw traffic to Pinterest. I don't know how you do this normally, and I'm going to explore those options and research those to maybe start drawing some more traffic. And my goal being to drive more traffic to my Etsy page. So if you clicked on this right here, brings this little dude up, right? And you can click on this and go to that same listing in Etsy. I mean, how hard is that? I'm thinking customer experience. I looking for something that might intrigue my eye. I clicked on it. Okay, cool. It gives me a brief description on Pinterest, and then I clicked on it again, and it took me right to this page of the creator where I can purchase this. Cool, easy. $2. You add to the cart, you make the sell, and then for this, it's automatically delivered to the email. And I think that's wonderful. And I also learned too that you can, upon a purchase, like I think you could set up inside the system. I say I learned, I'm still learning, where you can generate a custom email to that customer and just, hey, thanks for doing this. Can't wait to see your project. Please share to this page. And I figure maybe a little bit later on, I can add an area in here too, as far as a contract is concerned, that I might be able to post that onto the Pinterest page and give them a shout out, or to Facebook or whatever, right? So it's kind of one of those, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Let's develop this network together. And I literally, one time, created this. One time, uploaded this. And I've already made 2 sales off of something that I've forgotten about. So, I'm sitting here thinking to myself even more and more like, okay, well, what happens? And this is why I created this other board is in essence, because I put this in my own little art folder, if you will, of things that I like. Of course I like it. I designed it. Yeah, go me. My other one's in typography for products. So I was just kind of thinking to myself, I know you can make groups of boards. So I figure all the things that I make, I'm going to put into my word art. Um, and all these different algorithms and things of that nature. Like I'll just be curious to see, am I getting traffic to my word art board or the wow, I can't talk, typography board, or off of my art board. So I figured I'd try to put that in different categories. And for me too, I'll regularly get back on here and start cleaning this stuff up. You can see some of the some of the things that I'm interested in. Pinterest likes these goofy photos, man. Like part of this is stuff I want to do. Some of it is stuff that I want to take photographs of. Some good quotes. Um, different kitchen idea projects. Jeeps, of course. Jeep life, baby. I need to buy a new one, but gotta earn that money first. Some dream cars, right? Oh, you see another Jeep in there. Weird. So crazy. Some DIY projects, photos. Like this is part of my life. Like these are part of my interest, right? Healthy foods. Look, I only got 1 pen in there because apparently I don't believe in healthy food. Whatever. It's all good. But yeah, so I feel like if I start putting in more effort to my Pinterest page, maybe start getting some more traffic off of folks that are of similar interest, and they stumble upon this board, that board, or the other, maybe I can start getting more traffic to my Etsy page, just through Pinterest alone, right? I don't have the Google AdSense thing going on right now. I don't think we're in a position to do that. I don't even know what the minimum requirements are to start drawing traffic through that kind of stuff. I don't have links in the description of this video right now, right? To where you might have the opportunity to go check that out. And I might actually do that for this particular video. Um, but, so just learning all these different avenues. And what I'm going to challenge myself with is to maybe by the end of this week have at least 2 more designs on there. So I'm looking at that $4 that I earned off of my 20-cent investment per item. Well, let me reinvest some of that, right? So come up with a few more designs, post them on here, add the links to the description of this video, post the link to my Facebook page as well, and then create those, or rather upload those different products inside of the Pinterest and link all that stuff together too. And I would be curious within the next 30 days, if I actively keep prescribing that, uh, on those various platforms to see if I get more traffic to them and maybe conversion of sales, right? So this will be an area of opportunity for me. Number one, to learn the process, maybe streamline the process a little bit more. I love processes. It's weird. We try 2 or 3 different things, see what works, and just keep building on that. And then two, like, is this an opportunity for a true passive income um, scenario? Right. This is just one, and I have a couple other ideas too. I have a website pulled up that I'm learning about. It's called Pixie Set, and I've been doing a little bit of photography work, which is pretty cool. And I intend on learning how to leverage this tool in order to start generating sales, just for various event photography, or maybe portraitures, or family photography, things like that. Like I'm wanting to grow personally as a better photography, or photographer rather, and I also post some of my stuff on there too as artwork for sale, things of that nature. So, I figure between artwork and events, those are 2 areas where Joe Blow from the event, he's like, oh yeah, I remember we had some photos taken. Like, let me scroll through this to see if there's anything that I might like. I might get a candid snapshot of a portrait that somebody else might like, and they can buy that at any time. Sleeping, the same day, next day, a month from now, whatever. So trying to figure out those ins and outs as well. And if it's successful, my thought is, well, now I would have this as a passive income stream for photography, artwork, things of that nature. So technically maybe 2 inside of those. Um, and then have my actual graphic design, simple graphic design, as a passive income stream too. And as maybe I grow, I can start adding other areas into this, and to see if it actually creates a true passive income. Because right now, my mode of thought is, what is something that I know how to do it effectively, but be to a point where I am almost as hands off as possible. If I can put 5% of effort into this, um, well, then I have 90% or 95% more effort to put into a few other things, right? So to me, this is how I'm going to start buying my time back. So I'm excited to see how this works. And talking about artwork, I don't know if you guys can see, but some of those photos back there, or actually all of the photos, not some of them, all of them are different things that I've taken throughout the years, and I love them. So that might be something that I post on here too, right? Just to show things that I'm passionate about, things that I like doing. And if somebody else wants to purchase that and appreciates that as much as I do, dude, I'd love it, man. Not all of us know how to do graphic design, or not all of us know how to fix a washer or dryer, or what have you. But I would love to, by chance, I got lucky by taking some fantastic photos. And if somebody else appreciates that and is willing to invest in me, like, I look at that as a reinvestment back too, right? We're just exchanging, doing a handshake. Here's something that you should enjoy. Put it in your home, put it in your office, or whatever. I would be more than happy to do that, especially right now, in exchange to develop this passive income, or develop an income that is going towards the ultimate goal of paying down our debt, and then also investing it, to help our money actually start working for us. So that's the whole goal of this, guys. And this is just one area of opportunity that I'm looking into. If you guys know of any other avenues, or have already explored this avenue, have any tips, tricks, or criticisms, I'm all for it. So, dude, hit me up. What the things that all the YouTubers are supposed to say? Subscribe it. Hit the like button. Help me out, man. It's free. The like button's free, right? And then also too, show me or tell me in the comment section what's something that you either A, have already developed as a passive income, or are striving to do, or maybe you're just like me, just starting to piece these things together. If anybody out there has any words of wisdom, throw that in the comment section too. I'd be curious. All right, much love, guys. Daddy out.